Right, I hope you're doing well. I had this little jingle for another video, which I have yet to even do it. And it's like, what the problem is? The old Negro. Da 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 da. The old Negro. Better watch your back. The old Negro. Da 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 da. The old Negro. I'm sorry, but yeah. And we're going to talk about it. Look on the screen. This young man says, you blaming the YNs, but it's the older men. I concur wholeheartedly. And it's okay. We can agree to disagree. Now, if you're not that guy, if you're not this person you disagree, it's okay. But I just want to play some of what he had to say, and it fits in line with what I want to tell you today. Okay, so here we go. Check it. What he has to say. I think he's right.
Nowadays, a lot of people like to blame the YNs for how they behaving nowadays. But I'm gonna honestly tell y'all the truth. A lot of them, they don't know no better. And the real problem is the generation of men before us. You feel me? The generation of old. Them niggas is the problem. And let me explain why. Some people will look at society and like, damn, look at what it's become. But to be honest, to you men of old, y'all the ones that left us this situation. Yep. Y'all the ones left us with the grievances of our aunties or these women or y'all daughters and shit like that for us to deal with.
And it's true. And it was too many of the inward things going on. We'll try to put a little bit more later. But he's right. Case in point. And this is what I find. I've seen this before. And it can be applicable to black women too. But I'm talking about the older black men. Whenever he gets the opportunity, he gonna always try to go along with the white man. So the young man here, he did talk about how they'll have one family, can't really afford to feed that one, then go across town and start a whole new one. What the hell sense does that make? And then when holler about, oh, got these white folks in my life. If I didn't have to pay child support, I could have started me a business. You don't know how to start a business. You can't even manage regular life. You can't even manage your family. If I wouldn't have had the child support. I have honestly seen men on social media complain, and even in person, child support. No, if you had used protection, if you learn to think things out, you wouldn't have to worry about no child support. So there was an instance going on, and I know it's hurting. That's why I was glad I was able to escape corporate America and do some small businesses that I like to do. I'm glad I was able to have that opportunity. And so check this out. Here's a good example. This is very typical of what I call the old Negro. Oh, this is very typical. Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I'm just going to be honest with you. And if you're not that person, you're not that guy, then let it fly. I know the big cheese going to be saying something. If you're not that guy, let it fly. But I have learned to be, I'm leery of people, but I've learned when it's like a certain generation, kind of watch your back. Like I've seen a girl on a job so happy. Becky was getting married, and there was going to be a, what do you call this? Bachelorette party. Older woman on a job. She in her late 60s. That job is her life. Is all she got. Her husband left. They got divorced. And so what did she do? She went out of her way, saw the girls having plans about they're going to go to have the bachelorette party and all of that. Who wants you there? You ought to be the girl's grandmother. Come on. Chick maybe like, what, 28, 30 years old? Who the hell wants you? What did she do? Get the girl fired. Evil old bat. But older people, that's why some young people, you should be respectful. But that's why a lot of young are not trying to hear because they already know the hater rate is there. So, like he just said about the mess that they've left, a lot of them, they don't plan life. They don't think, they just do. And they are responsible for a generation of lost men. How the hell your kids can't read? Why the kids can't read? The father's not there. Why? His dad wasn't there and he didn't care. So check this out. And I just break this down to a young black woman. She works for a company. and there's a entry-level management position. Okay. Oh, why the senior manager happens to be the old Negro. Oh yeah, it's the older black man. Girl, I could already told you about that. Older black man. You can forget about it. Yet I said you can forget about it. So guess what happens? They had like a few rounds of interviews. Okay, a few round of interviews. Then it's down to two people based on the little other managers. You got an African American woman and you got a Caucasian man. What you think the old Negro has done? All of a sudden, that's what I said. Don't worry. This is very typical. Oh, listen, I used to critique Oprah and looking at her company, a sea of white faces, a few blacks. Oh, I get it. You don't have to tell me. You ain't got to tell me. I understand Oprah. So what happened is, it's between the two of them. The senior manager is an older black man. How about the senior? All of a sudden, Brad has befriended the senior manager, asking him out for drinks. Now, he hadn't been doing it. Asking him out for drinks. Now they're chummy. And Brad has let her know, you don't have a chance. He got in the bag. Oh, the older black man, Mr. Back in the day, civil rights man, Major say a lot, I'm looking, I'm proud. He's already given Brad some paperwork of the position. So when they have this last little round, I guess, of interview, what have you, he'll be well prepared. That's why when I see these black women, we can all have an opinion on things. I had my opinion on Carmelo Anthony. Some people didn't like, and that's okay. We can agree, disagree. This last young man, Wells, I did a video on that. Mother vid I wanted to do is like, where the white folks at? Where are your white friends at? Where are they? But I just don't. That's not going to be my daily discussion. It's just not. It would happen. It's unfortunate, but I know how the majority of these men are. They want to see a black woman on child just down in your last can of beans. They would love to see it and prioritize other women. Don't tell me they don't. Have I met some nice black men? You darn skippy. But the few that I'm referring to, that's not the average. So this here, the old Negro, oh, he is a problem. So yeah, and she was like, he showed me some information. Oh, that he hasn't given you? Of course, because you have to understand when it's that kind, especially an older black man like that, the old Negro. Oh, let me tell you something, honey. He gonna side with the white man every day of the week. He might be hoping that they pat him on his head. He wants to be the white man's boy. That's all you will be. They're not gonna see you as an equal man. They never will. Brad is playing him to get the position. People say you shouldn't say this on social media. Hell, it's no secret. They know the dynamics of our community. We know about their community. We know about the politicians, crooks on the biggest crooks I think be up there in Washington, D.C. It's not a trading. I'm just saying. That's what I think. Never trade in your life. And next thing you know, they start. You trade more than me. And I was a day trader. What the hell? How you make that many trades? You never trade before. Never get it wrong. Got it. So there are no secrets. So she's upset that it's between her and a white male, and you have a black man giving a white man, giving him extra information. Or you shouldn't be surprised. A black man, I'm sorry, that kind, he's going to choose white every day, all night, because he wants to be accepted so bad. And he will probably get the position. If he's doing that behind closed doors, again, the guy that never befriended him before, always getting played. Always getting played. Give it time, he going to get slayed. And it's disheartening. I was in a situation, and things weren't going as planned, and other guys, they were trying to go ahead and get the situation rectified. Who do you think was giving me a hard time? A black man. He tried to get the other people to boost the price up on me, tried to get Brad and them to boost the price up on me, which I would have paid because it was an emergency. Who trying to give me a hard time, talking all crazy? They just ignored him, and it was crazy. It was so strange. Here you got them sitting up here saying we'll come, we're gonna get it done. Here he is. Oh, we doing all this right here. We up the price. We doing all this up here. Man, you charge more money for that. Oh yeah, a chocolate drop. So this right here, I expect the worst of everybody, but an older one like that, shit, girl, bye, girl, bye. I told her, she's like, he's giving him information. It's not giving me. It's an older black man, and you don't know. See, she hasn't experienced that. She's around her family, and she probably knows some older men in her family. I have wonderful uncles in my family. They are not those kind of men. You can best believe that. I have wonderful uncles in those are respectable men. I have cousins, respectable. But I don't confuse myself to say, hey, that's the majority, because they're not. So here she is thinking, an older black man is trying to give Brad. No, he's not trying to get, he is giving him more information. Here's what they're looking for. So when they say this, say that. What is he doing? He's grooming him so he can get the position from a black woman. See, some black young ones still don't get it. That's why these marriages, when things happen to them, and I see a man, I don't want anything bad to happen to anybody, but I can just look, what the man said, just look at him. This man is right. You blaming the YNs, but it's the older man. On this thing with her job. She's very upset. Yes, an older black man will do it. They don't want to see black women live in the soft life. The majority is, that's my opinion, don't want to see black women live in the soft life. They don't. Most don't even try it. Most don't want to see, they want to see you down and scuffing. In the older generation, because they had to sit up here and work on a job and maybe get a shoe shine box when they were off the clock. They want to do the very same thing. Love some suffering. I tell you, some people in the culture, they have equated black skin with needs to be suffering. If you're not doing that, ooh. Like I said, the little man, it's kind of sad. When Tariq had that event going on, he was talking about it. I knew then, Tariq is a different generation than you. You might be old enough to be the grandfather. It's a nice event. The hotel looks nice. He spent some money on it. Do I have to agree with everything with Tariq? No, I used to watch him back in the day. But I knew then, I said, oh, it's the fact that he was able to put this event together. Flying in people to have speeches. Meet X is the very same thing. You ain't got to be doing all of that. Well, I knew what that was. That was haterade, because the older person never probably had that or experienced that. So you don't understand somebody booking someone for a speaking engagement. There's a speaking fee. I said, boy, if he understood that part, it might really be something. So that's why a lot of people, older people, some are sweet, but some are very dangerous and very bitter. See, a young black woman, she was upset. He's giving him more information. Because he doesn't want you to have the job. More than likely, he probably hates the fact that you have the job that you have now. So when it's like that, please understand that black man, honey, you might as well be dealing with a Klan. He's going to always choose a white man. If he thinks he can be of value to him, he will. He is. How many older black men do you see? Have you seen in corporate America that sit up here and try to groom a younger black man? I remember there was a man that was going for a position, and he was the most qualified. Okay, he was the most qualified. It was some older black men making the decision. So this brother that comes in, tall, slender, attractive man, and it's like he already had the credentials. Okay, had the credentials. He had more experience, but he came in. Tall, slender, looking nice. He came in with those Italian suits on, and you could tell that he cared about himself. He should. He was managing like a budget, millions of dollars in a budget, and was doing a great job. They needed somebody to come in and clean this mess up, and the ladies was gonna go for him. Very intelligent, respectable, no nonsense. He was very confident. So it was like, wow, he was the best candidate. He got this going. He handling this kind of budget. Good PR. What you think happened? Them old Negroes saw him and made sure he got out. They made sure he didn't get in. Why? He was too confident. They never handled a budget like this here. But you got a mess. Hire the guy. No, they went with a less qualified Caucasian man. Less qualified. A whole less qualified Caucasian man. I'm glad they did because guess what? They ended up getting fired. He brought his own team in. Once he got in real good, he had brought some people in, brought his own team in, and asked them. So this right here, what I'm telling you about this little story time, yeah, I told her you shouldn't be surprised. It's an older black man. Oh, he's that kind. That's the kind that he is. That kind is always seeking approval. Whatever they can do for that white man, I sure wants to be his friend. That they will do it. Those black men, why you not? This guy, it's like somebody handling a budget here that's, let's say, $10 million budget and got it under control. These are messed up. He's turned that company around, got it under control. This person here, Brad, he's sitting over here. He's working with a $3 million budget. It's like a $3 million budget and it's kind of tight. He hasn't even turned it around, but he got some things in place. So he said, it's clearly who to hire. The one that cleaned up the company, a $10 million budget, and they still sitting up here operating smoothly, turned it around. You got a mess. Let me guess. Hey, black man, he was probably younger. Don't forget handsome. He was a nice looking guy, tall and slender. Oh, he got on the Italian suits, honey. His stuff is tailored. He didn't go for the one you get 3 suits for $99.95 and then a suit for your granddaddy and a pair of gator shoes. He wasn't doing that, sweetheart. No. I knew then it's probably the jealousy. So this her like on her job, that young lady, an older black man helping a white man out. Of course, he wants to give him the advantage. He doesn't want you to have it. And she's so hurt. Don't be. This is what they do. This is what a lot of them do. It's a strange thing about some of these black men, especially the older ones. Oh, they want you. They want you to be down to the ground. They saw their mama struggle. They want you to struggle too. That's why I don't waste my time with them. I don't waste my time with a whole lot of people. I'll be respectful, but that's it. And I've had a lot of black men respectful to me, just out in public, being respectful. I really have. Ask how my day is going. Just friendly. I'm a friendly person like that. I saw a young black man in a situation, and he got a little heated, and he handled it. And I saw he was getting a little. I said, "Yeah, this is gonna turn. This is gonna turn real quick." So when there was some distance between him and that character, that low character, vibrational young man, I said, "Excuse me, a minute." I said, "Stay calm. Look at your circumstance and look at his circumstance. You have more to lose. He might want you to go ahead and react so you can hit him and do something." He said, "Oh, I'm not going to do it. I'm just, protect the lady." I said, "I know. I'm just making sure." I said, "Because he may do that trying to set the stage so he can sit up and sue you. I can look at him and tell he has nothing. He's probably displaced and he's angry. But whatever you do, stay calm. That's what he may want you to do. Then, he gets hurt. Then here come the lawsuit." He's like, "I got you. He's like, "Yeah, I'm not going to do anything. I just want to make sure that hey, appreciate you." It's the right thing to do because I can see what's going on here, and this is not looking very good right now. So I made it was safe for me. I was like, "What is going on?" Because the dust bucket caused a scene at the place. Yeah, just whatever you do, just don't do that because you don't want to give him what he wants. Why? It's the right thing to do. You can see an old time. He could be a man 6'5", 300 pounds. I ain't saying nothing. Want to see something go wrong. This here, every dog has its day. But I agree. Blaming the YNs, but it's the older man. Where's the fathers at to control them? If the mother can't, well, she's already, she gave birth, she didn't make him by herself. Well, where's the dad? Well, where is he? It's a two-way street. I've never known a person get pregnant on their own. Come on. But yeah. some of the trauma, this right here about the job. And I'm sure Brad's going to get it. And listen, I I know the little youngster is upset. Don't be. It's going to be okay. Just keep on. Watch. Brad will probably get in there, get that position, and get that old Negro up out of there. Watch. Watch. I've seen one that got rid of all the black women on the job. And next thing you know, they end up getting rid of him and he lost his house. The old Negro. That kind. There's a lot of anger out there. And it's interesting to me, out of all that has happened with this group, black women have not hurt black men like the white man has, and white women has. Sister, don't you even lie. I don't want to hear about. Well, my cousin did. They haven't hurt you the way the dominant culture has. I haven't heard of a black woman yet hanging around us, and he end up a tree ornament. I just haven't. And still, like I said, that right there, you surprised? Oh, I'm not surprised at all. It's something strange about some of these older black men. They will do whatever they can to try and help a white man. That's why I don't hear about foot on your neck. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then you turn around because they oppress you. And that's what you try to inflict on women. That's what a whole lot of them do. Sitting up here abandoning your sons and wondering why they run around in the streets. Go get your darn son and prove that you're a man. We're tired of hearing about all these excuses. Why is the man doing that? Well, he may be acting out because the mother has her sister to relate to, and he's in a home and there's no one for him to relate to. So then he's out in those streets, wants a male figure that's normal. And then before you know it, the thugs done got a hold of your son. You just what the hell are you at? So yeah, talk about the YNs. It takes two to create one. It takes two. The older one. Again, in corporate America, how many older men, black men, have you seen to try and cultivate and guide? I've only seen it one time, guide a young black man. I've seen it one time, a black man put one in the space, and this is not funny. He put him in as a manager, and next thing you know, he groomed him, had him abusing those black women. A black woman has a college degree. He had brought the one over him had brought in a Caucasian female who worked as a waitress. Some say she was at a diner. Some said the Waffle House. Had no corporate experience, just out of high school and been working as a waitress. The black woman had a college degree, and that black man made sure that the one that was a waitress became the manager and had black women to train her. Waitress, college degree. I had a lawyer tell me, working cases, you have like discrimination cases, working cases, black on black. I'm like, doesn't make any sense. Like, oh yes, they do. Working cases, lawsuits being brought for discrimination. Mm-hmm. Yeah, black folks on black folks, the manager and the coworker, and then the emails, and it's like, you gotta be kidding me. So yeah, it's a strange thing among some black men. Man, they just hate, or they just don't be a black woman where a man has done something for you. They'll try to be in that man's ear all negative. You see why some don't want. That's a different video. But yeah, the old Negro, oh, definitely a problem. Oh, son, you don't have to tell me. I already know. So for the young black woman, yeah, I'm not surprised. An older black man, yes, he wants to be accepted by Mr. Charlie. He thinks they might maybe pat him on his head. They might be liking him. The young one is only using him as a tool to get what he wants. And look how comfortable he is to flaunt it to her. He got in the bag. Oh, these are some materials. Show them to her real quick that he gave to me. What's this? Oh, he gave for you to work. Oh, so these are. Oh, okay. But the job, you haven't gotten it yet. He's already given him a heads up. I'm not surprised. The older black man, girl, I am not even surprised. That's why I can tell a youngster, I'm not surprised. It's what a lot of them do. They want to see black women struggling so because their mother did, and we are sick of that. Excuse the expression, we sick of that shit. I know I'm sick of it. Young women, don't be tying yourself. These are raggedy ass dust buckets. Don't you do it. And they do come in all colors. I'm talking to the ones in this community. All the struggle of, forget that. Life can be a struggle. Things can happen. I got a call today. Person had their master's degree up here doing a what now? Juggling the gig things. So DoorDash and Instacart. Got 3 of them going. Trying to make some money. Life can get hard. It can change. You can go from comfort to uncomfortable in a minute, just like that. Don't care to see the poverty D. I don't give a darn who it be. And again, it comes in all nationalities. A dust bucket can be me, who, Mr. Wong, Mr. Charlie, Peter and Bradley, Lil Titi, Turbo Tyrone. Yeah, it's just a reality. So the YNs, you said you're blaming the YNs, but it's the older black man. I agree with that statement. The Brookings Institute. And when he said the part about, what was it? He said the part about the trauma. Let me go back to that really quick. The part he said about the trauma, I totally agree with what he said about that trauma, the women. Let me play that part.
YNs for how they behaving nowadays. But I'm gonna honestly tell y'all the truth. A lot of them, they don't know no better. And the real problem is them generation of men before us. You feel me? The generation of old.
Because the generational poverty, the generation of fatherless home has continued and blame the women all these excuses. Can't raise their sons, and then you wonder why the son can't be a man because hell, his daddy wasn't one. He just a sperm donor playing catch me if you can.
Niggas is the real problem. And let me explain why. Some people will look at society and like, damn, look at what it's become. But to be honest, to you men of old, y'all the ones that left us this situation. Y'all the ones left us with the grievances of our aunties or these women or y'all daughters and shit like that.
Yes. It's true. And then you hear as a younger man, you got to navigate this world, a world of chaos that your father left, your grandfather left you. This right here, the grievances, like I said, just about this job situation, this young black woman, you don't think that's a grievance? And then when something goes wrong, they want you to get out there and come out, oh, let's do something. No, that's okay. They can let the men handle it themselves. All that get out in the streets marching and hollering. I'm glad that stuff has died down. What the heck for? I understand we have to, we have the right to express ourselves, and I did engage in a march, but I noticed all the time black women always they real quick to go ahead and get ready, like those 2 silly ladies, those little pick-me's, playing that. I knew it was a game about money, and then he sit up there, Becky. Oh, she's so beautiful. He just had to get a phone number. It'll be a mistake. Yeah, right. And she looked a humdinger. Daddy-daughter dance, that's popping out common in these schools, because you might, out of 100 kids, you might come up with 10 daddies. And then some going to be a grandfather or a big brother trying to fill the shoes. But the trauma, he is so right. I agree with him. The part about the trauma. So you wonder about these, oh, look what the YNs are doing. Look what they're doing. You look what they're doing.
A lot of people like to blame the YNs for how they behaving nowadays. But I'm gonna honestly tell y'all the truth. A lot of them, they don't know no better. And the real problem is them generation of men before us. You feel me? The generation of old. Them niggas is the real problem. And let me explain why. Some people will look at society and like, damn, look at what it's become. But to be honest, to you men of old, y'all the ones that left us this situation. Y'all the ones left us with the grievances of our aunties or these women or y'all daughters and shit like that for us to deal with.
Yeah. And angry black woman, you think she's supposed to be the happy cheerleader because she's been provided for. Yippee yay yay. Really? We're gonna play like that? She gotta wake up facing the world. world on her shoulder. The young black one about the job, the older black man who's trying to help the white man, very common. What do you think that says to her? What do you think? Think about it. Your career, and here he is trying to, no, not trying, no, he is. He's helping the white man get the position. Don't want you to have it. You think he doesn't know what he's doing? Of course he does. He wants to hurt her. Oh, you think? He wants to, that's why he's doing that. He wants to hurt her. So then talk about a divide. That's the divide right there. We love to tear each other down. Again, how many older black men have you seen on your job try to maybe groom a young black man? Some of them will be jealous that the young one is having fun. They probably sit up here and had kids early and were just tied down to that chick and only paying to stay out of jail. Then they see a young black man. He's sitting up here, oh, don't have your own spot, and you got a nice vehicle. Might be a little jealous. So yeah, the older ones, oh, you betcha. No one cares about what you, back in your day, we know what you did. We just fail your community. That's what you did back in your day. You fail your community. Back in your day, that's what you did. And you probably failed your family. And for the few that didn't, of course, you probably got some negative words for him. But yeah, this right here, not just the aunties, the daughters, their wives, baby mothers, just fail the women. These YNs out of control, where are the fathers? Where was the father's fathers? And that's why you got a YN. As a man said, you blaming the YNs. But it's the older man. I agree. You may not. Let me know what you all think that's watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share them out. The old Negro. Dun, 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 dun. The old Negro. Dun, 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 dun. The old Negro. Dun, 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 dun. The old Negro.